Hey, welcome to YouTubers to my new channel, Disaster Daytona, home of everything I'm going to be posting Disaster Dragons / Yu-Gi-Oh related. During my course of videos, I'm going to be giving decks, tips, strategies, side deck, extra deck options, and deck profiles to help me become, and you become, the best players that we can be. I'm going to be going through, my first video, I'm going to be going through the deck I'm using as of now. And I'm going to be telling you why I use stuff, why I don't. And rate, comment, subscribe. Tell me what I should do. Tell me what's wrong. Tell me what's right. I feel confident that this is one of the best versions I can run. And I'm going to be explaining why that is. So first off, we have 3 Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons. Of course, he's the main card of the deck. Remove from play a dragon from the field. Special summon one from your hand or graveyard once per turn except him. Without him, dragons would be nothing, so him at 3, I believe, is a must. We have 2 Wyverns next. I've played 1, I've played 3, and I believe that 2 is the best you can go with, mainly because he does get cloggy, and I hate drawing him. He's an 1800 meter, so he's not the worst thing you could draw, but running 2 is just fine. Next off, we have, I believe, what is the best card of the deck right now is Kokimiru Drago. There's just so much stuff that he stops right now. Chaos, a lot of the plant plays he stops, almost every deck out there, not including Karakuri's Machina Gadgets, but most of the meta decks out there right now he does stop. And there's been so many times I've been dueling Dark World decks and Agent decks where they could literally do nothing because he was on the field with a full hand. So him at 3, as of this format, is a must. Next, we have 3 Masked Dragons. The recruiter of the deck gets Delta Flyer, Totem, Exploder Dragon when you need them. It's always good to use him, always good to get him in your opening hand. So 3 right now, he could go down to 2, but at 3, I think he's good at 3. Next is 2 Totems. I might take him down to 1 just because you can get him easy with Masked Dragon and whatnot. And I really almost never find myself using 2 Totems a duel. But at 2 right now, the only reason I run him at 2 is because I run Light and Darkness Dragon. And there's those times where you just need a Totem in the graveyard. I hate drawing him, but only time will tell if I want him at 1 or 2. Next is 2 Delta Flyers, the main tuner of the deck. Awesome synergy with Totem Dragon. He can go for level 3 Exceed, level 6 Synchro. He can go for level 5 Synchro. And other than that, he's just pretty much one of the best tuners the deck has. He's the best tuner the deck has to offer. Bump up a monster once per turn, and Synchro. Next we have Exploder Dragon. I might start to run him at 2 just because there are a lot of boss monsters right now. There have been times in certain situations where I've just needed him, and he's been my out to Hyperion, he's been my out to Grapha, Christia, and a whole host of stuff that you just, he's really nice to have in certain situations. He's almost never a dead draw, so at 2 he's not bad, but I just run him at 1 as of now. Next we have Promaterial Dragon. I might take him out. A lot of people don't run him just because he is a dead draw sometimes, but every time I get Red Eyes out, I do find myself wanting to revive him. He's good in my book. He saves me so much that right now I don't think I can take him out. Next we have Light and Darkness Dragon. Not the easiest guy to get out, but when you do get him out, and you get him out successfully, he's broken as heck. Negate stuff when he dies, go for your Red Eyes. That's pretty much how it goes. I don't like him at 2 because I always draw him when I don't need him at 2. If I ran... maybe if I took out Prime Material, I might run him at 2. But right now, 1 is working just fine. I love the guy. There's just so much stuff broken about him. Next we have Future Fusion. The best card of the deck. If you don't run Future Fusion, you don't run Dragons. mainly because you dump 5 dragons, and that sets you up for so many things, it's not even funny. Of course, you have to have 5 head in your extra deck to reveal, but that's beside the point. Next, we have 3 Pop Dualities. I ran it at 2. I can't decide if I like 2 or 3 better. Right now, 3 is working out really well, but again, only time will tell if I want to keep it at 2, or keep it at 3, or if I want to go back down to 2. The next choice, you're going to question me for using this, and I questioned myself when I first started, is 2 Gold Sarcophagus. It is a slow card, but there are those times where it gets you Future Fusion in the nick of time, and you end up winning because of that. So, I'm going to be testing this at 2. I'll tell you how it goes, but right now, 2 is working out really well. I went undefeated at the last tournament I went to, and ended up winning the tournament with it, so I believe it's good. 1 Monster Reborn staple, 2 MSTs, 3's too much. Dragons hate back row, so you have to run MST. Dark Hole. A lot of people don't run it because dragons do swarm, but I like it just because there are those times where they have a massive field, especially against samurais. You have to get rid of that field in order to get in there for life points. So I run Dark Hole. I made it. Book of Moon, staple. I really wish it would come back up to 2 or even possibly 3 because it's just that good of a card. If this came back up to 3 Yamada Dragon, 2 or 3 Yamada Dragon would go in the deck. Next we have Heavy Storm, staple. 2 Bottomless. I didn't run 2 Bottomless. I used to run just 1, but he's my out to, again, Christia, Hyperion, Grapha, some of the big monsters out there. The Exceeds, Machina, Gadgets exceed like pros, so I honestly love 2. I think Gladiator Beast are one of the hardest matchups for this deck, and this just kind of shuts them down right there if you can pull it off and time it right. So I like 2. This card I actually just started using. I ran Forbidden Lance in its place, but I took it out to test Deep Prison, mainly because I proxied, and every time I wanted Deep Prison, every time I drew Lance, I wanted it to be Deep Prison. So I'm using this at 2 right now. I'll tell you how that goes, but I love it. Get rid of Stardust, Grapha, all the big guys that just, you get rid of win conditions with it. Next, Trap Does Shoot. Probably the most broken trap in the game right now. They Heavy Storm MST it, that's a +1 on your part. So I love it. I wouldn't take it out. Solemn Judgment, or should I say the Solemn Trio, just because they're that good right now. Solemn Judgment, you run Solemn Judgment, no questions asked. A lot of people run just 1 Warning. I personally think 2's better. I hate drawing into 2, but it's that good. It stops so many plays that it just shuts too many decks down not to run 2 right now. I may bump it down to 1, but I'll tell you how that goes. More testing needs to be done. And Torrential Tribute and Mirror Force. Your mass removal right there. So, there's my deck. Rate, comment, subscribe, and in my next video I'll be posting side deck options to tell you what I use, why I use it, and why I don't use some stuff that other people use. So, thank you, and we will see you next time.